And Twitch gets refreshed so that I actually see accurate numbers. And we're back. We're here. We're queer. I'm used to it. I want this door opened. The door seems like it has stuff. Coffee. It is too fucking hot, though. God, this game's pretty.
"1K, could you join us for a quick debrief?" Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well, while the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
It may not be safe, but we can't leave Byron behind. Byron took risks. We'll be more careful. The island has technology we can't afford to ignore. We're hot on the Founder's Heel, don't care about that. The island is one big puzzle that's halfway solved. We can quit now. Frankly, it's too dangerous, we should leave it. Nope.
It is all deliciously mysterious, isn't it?
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good of this opportunity. We should beware the fate of those who wield power beyond reckoning. Or, we have more important matters to discuss.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
Yeah, because...
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design flaws. But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
We're using non-binary pronouns now? We're using they, them for my character who has to describe a gender identity. I'd keep an open mind, I would let it out, I would not destroy it, I would share it with the people, I would let the scholars investigate. As an academic.
Yes. Our wisdom will be essential in unraveling its secrets.
You're not the only people who can read a line of code, Rand.
You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Alright. Wingus, Dingus, Dongus, and Helga.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about the technologies we've discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Actually, I want to know what his response
What can I
to
do for
rescuing
you,
Byron
1K?
is.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap. It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Sequence.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Melville? Are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Whatever Byron did seems to have sent the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
Interesting. I don't... I guess it's kinda interesting that there's like a explicit fluidity of gender for robots.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload. Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm gonna need you to search for more. I'm sorry about that. But if we're going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream. Possibly more than once. It's the only way for me to get access.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, those...
All right, 1K. In this area, there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Yeah. Alright, let's see this space puzzle. Oh. No indication of where it's inserted. Ooh. and in. Very 1,000-year-old city. Alright, we're getting OBS bug again. That was an interesting idea, but I do under. Yeah, we're dealing with the OBS bug again. Oh, and it's really bad today. Stop the stream. Stopping the stream to do some tech stuff. Right, bye. After a momentary technical delay, which took like 10 minutes, I am back. I have returned from the grave. So this part I'm getting. this stumped on this. So I'm actually going to use this. And if one of the later puzzles introduces me to some way I can solve this, alright, good. Story time.
In the early days, humankind lived in a world of unexplained wonders and terrors. The powers of the elements were understood in terms of gods and spirits. After all, how else could one explain thunderstorms and earthquakes? But as the realm of scientific knowledge expanded, the realm of the mystical began to shrink. The sacred grove, as Hegel wrote, was reduced to mere timber. But as superstition retreated, another thing was lost: meaning. In a purely mechanical universe, people yearned for the comfort provided by gods and spirits. But there was no way back.
But what about the beauty of the universe? The perfection of everything around us, couldn't they see that?
Not sure I can see that, Miranda. But I do think there was another way, a way forward instead of back. Faith not in an invisible world, but in ourselves, in each other, in the inherent value of consciousness and civilization. They never really found it, but I think that in those last months when their whole species was dying, they caught a glimpse of it. And that's how your mother was born.
Wrong side. Yoink. Boink. Drop it like it's hot. So if it's blue, it just what the shit? Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-dum. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Alright. What's in the bag? Alright. Ooh. Okay, this is now worse. unplug the keyboard. Plug in the keyboard. Alright, let's try. No, it is something in the software. So it's definitely OBS causing this. Why? Game. Alright, that didn't pause it, but it put me in Alt-Tab mode. Why are you doing this, OBS? So yes. Alright. Third time the charm is. Nothing wrong yet. Bolting randomly to the right.
Father, I updated the Noema algorithm. It's working twice as fast now, and I think I can increase matter output by 25% if I tweak the modulator a little. I'm so excited.
Nice to meet you. So excited. I'm Cornelius.
What? Oh, Dad, this is science.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for the right moment.
Oh my god. Okay. So it's pointing to... Oh, it's under the hand. Let's see if I can target that from where I... My suspicion is no. And that there's another step to this puzzle. Yeah, it's covered, so maybe... Oh god. OBS, I love that you're open source. I can't believe I'm saying this. I would really like a AI chatbot. Oh god, that made me sick to say.
One day, undoubtedly, an expedition will pass by this island. It will seek to document facts and statistics, to enumerate reasons for us not to look more closely. That is what we do now. We seek facts rather than truth, because truth might frighten and unsettle the comfortable people who like to sit in their conference rooms and debate which corners we should cut today. These people like to imagine the chaos that could come one day, like a comforting fairy tale of distant darkness. But they do not see the chaos that is at our walls right now. The chaos that also lives within us. A force that is both necessary and appalling.
Oh fuck, it's fully happening again. I think I need to stop streaming until I fix this problem. Alright, bye everyone.